Whether you realize it or not, you're being judged right now. Not based on your character, not on your values, but on how you look, how you move, how you carry yourself. The world gives you 7 seconds. That's it. In those 7 seconds, people decide if you're respected or ignored. Most men fail this test, not because they're weak, but because no one ever told them how high the stakes really are. First impressions aren't just important, they're everything. And if you don't control that moment, someone else will decide who you are. This is Men of Power, not just a YouTube channel, a mindset, a way forward for men who are done being overlooked, underestimated, or dismissed. If you're ready to stop being invisible and start being remembered, this video is where that shift begins. Part 1. The psychology of first impressions. Science has known this for decades. People form lasting judgments about you in 7 seconds or less. And here's the kicker. Those judgments are incredibly hard to change. According to a Princeton study, people decide whether you're trustworthy or competent within a fraction of a second of seeing your face. A single glance, a posture, a tone. That's all it takes. And it's not just strangers. Interviews, first dates, boardrooms, even the way you walk past someone on the street is sending a signal. Your clothes, your body language, your eye contact, or lack of it, every detail adds up to a story. The only question is, are you the one writing that story, or are they? You might think, I'll impress them with my personality later, but later doesn't come if your first impression pushes them away. Part 2. What the world really sees. Let's stop pretending the world doesn't notice, because it does. And whether you like it or not, it's reading you before you even speak. When you walk into a room, people don't see your goals, your dreams, or the effort you've put in behind closed doors. They see the outcome. What you are, right now, is all they have to go on. They look at your posture. Are you standing tall, or are you trying to disappear into yourself? They scan your clothing. Did you show up with intention, or did you just throw something on and hope no one notices? They feel your energy. Do you command attention with quiet certainty, or do you leak desperation, waiting for someone else to validate you? The world doesn't just see you, it sizes you up instantly. And here's the cruel part, it rarely gives you the benefit of the doubt. We live in a visual world, a fast world, one built on signals, symbols, and unspoken status. You might think this isn't fair, people should look deeper, but respect isn't given just because you exist. This isn't 1800 where a man's title or family name carries him. You're in the arena now, and your presence either earns respect or earns silence. Men today complain about being invisible, about being overlooked in dating, ignored in business, underestimated in conversations. But the truth is, most men show up already defeated. Their appearance says, I've stopped trying. Their energy says, please choose me. And their body language whispers, I don't believe in myself. Tell me this, if that's the first message you send, why should anyone stick around to learn the rest of your story? Part 3. Modern signals of value. Let's be clear. In the modern world, value isn't just measured by money or status. It's measured by how you show up, long before you open your mouth. We like to believe people care about what's beneath the surface, and maybe, eventually, they do. But only if you pass the initial scan, only if you send the right signals. Because the truth is, we've all been trained, by social media, by culture, by experience, to instantly filter people, to sort them into categories, powerful or forgettable, disciplined or chaotic, someone to notice or someone to ignore. So what are the signals that matter now? Let's break it down. 1. Posture. Before you say a word, your body is speaking for you. Rounded shoulders, downward gaze, fast movements, these are survival cues, not leadership ones. They signal submission, a man without direction, a man trying to shrink. On the other hand, a man with a tall, aligned frame, moving with calm certainty, that's a man who doesn't just exist, he occupies space. Posture doesn't just affect how others see you, it affects how you see yourself. 2. Eye contact. In a split second, your eyes reveal your internal world. Confidence, shame, anxiety, strength. Looking away too quickly shows avoidance. Staring too long shows insecurity trying to disguise itself as dominance. The sweet spot? Looking at someone with calm intensity, then breaking eye contact with purpose, like you have nothing to prove. Men who can hold eye contact without flinching control rooms without raising their voice. 3. Appearance and grooming. This isn't about fashion, it's about precision. The way you dress, your grooming, the smell you leave behind, these are not just aesthetics, they're signals. They say, I have standards. I take myself seriously. I respect the world enough to bring my best into it. You don't need designer clothes, but you do need intentionality. Clothes that fit, a clean face, polished shoes. Everything you wear should send a message. I'm not here to hide. 4. Voice and speech patterns. Your voice is your instrument. It either commands attention or blends into background noise. High-pitched, rushed, filler-filled speech says you're seeking approval. A calm, measured, resonant tone says you're used to being heard. Don't speak to be liked. Speak to convey clarity, to move things forward. You don't need to be loud, but every word should land with weight. 5. Presence. This one is rare, and that's why it's powerful. Most people are scattered, thinking about the next thing, scrolling, distracted, checked out. When you're fully here, grounded, unshaken, you become magnetic. Presence is felt before it's understood. It says, I am not chasing approval. I am observing. I am choosing. I'm in control. Presence isn't performance. It's awareness. And in a noisy world, that silence speaks louder than anything. Your first impression isn't about trying to impress. It's about owning the signals you send, consciously, deliberately, powerfully. And the moment you take control of those signals, people will start to respond differently, because they're not just reacting to your image, they're reacting to the man behind it. Part 4. Why most men never improve. Here's the uncomfortable truth that almost no one has the courage to say. Most men don't stay average because they lack potential. They stay average because they're more afraid of being seen trying than they are of staying invisible. They believe 2 lies. That if they try and fail, the world will mock them. That if they just be themselves, the right people will eventually notice. Let's break that down. The first lie, fear of being judged for effort, is a trap. Men don't want to look like they're trying too hard, because trying means they care, and caring means they could lose. So they hide behind sarcasm, detachment, or false confidence just to avoid the sting of effort going unnoticed. But here's what they don't get. You are judged far more harshly when you're not trying at all. Because when you don't try, people assume one thing: you have nothing worth showing. The second lie, that your personality will shine through eventually, is even worse. Your personality doesn't shine if no one's looking. And no one's looking if you don't know how to command attention first. Charisma means nothing without visibility. Kindness means nothing if it's buried under insecurity. And intelligence means nothing if it's wrapped in self-doubt and poor presentation. The world doesn't pause to look deeper. It rewards those who signal value immediately, then prove it over time. So stop thinking effort makes you weak. Trying doesn't make you desperate, it makes you dangerous. It means you're choosing to rise while most men sit in silence waiting to be discovered. And here's the final truth. No one's coming to discover you. You have to present yourself in a way that makes them look twice. First impressions aren't the end of the story, but if you get them wrong, there won't be a story to tell. Part 5. Rewriting your image, starting now. So here's the question. Now that you know how the world sees you, what are you going to do about it? You can't control where you started. You can't control how others have treated you. But from this point forward, you are fully responsible for what you project. And here's the shift. It's not about pretending to be something you're not. It's about becoming someone you've always known you could be. The way you walk, the way you dress, the way you speak. These are not superficial details. They are the armor you wear in a world that judges you first and listens later. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be intentional. Because when you stop treating yourself like an afterthought, the world will stop treating you like one too. Rewriting your image isn't about ego. It's about respect. Self-respect first, so that external respect becomes inevitable. From this point on, you don't walk into rooms hoping to be liked. You walk in ready to be seen. And if that makes people uncomfortable, good. That means it's working. This is Men of Power. Not just a channel, a code, a way forward for men who are done living by default and ready to live by design. If this message hit home, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me what's the first impression you've been sending and what changes from today forward. And if you're the kind of man who refuses to stay average, subscribe. Not for content, for accountability. Because every video here is a reminder that your potential has a voice. It just needs a body strong enough to carry it. Thanks for watching.
Down these back roads I've been roam, trying to find my own way home. Long lost in this world so wide, searching for a place to lay my pride. Through the moonlit nights I've traveled far, underneath the shimmering stars, but the city lights just ain't my scene. I need the countryside where I can dream.